Alright, let's try this. Hello everyone, my name is Shoot and welcome back to Demon Bluff. Wasn't gonna come back, but they made a change recently where Endless has +2 villager rolls and +1 outcast roll. In the playtest, right now at least, there's no scaling difficulty, it's just a dice roll on if you get an easy village or a hard one, which doesn't make Endless very enticing because there's no scaling. But the change brought me back at least for one video. Maybe I'll make more in-depth logic videos on each character, if I can, but I'll gauge interest first. Anyways, Ba and Minion, we have Drunk, Doppel, one of these is a fake. Fair enough. So, Confessor cannot lie, so you're telling the truth, which means you're good. You could be telling the truth if there's no Drunk. We'll check that out. Two, 3, 6, 2, 3, 4. So I think you're Doppel then. Because 2 is shared in both cases. Which means 3 is... no. 2, 3, 6. So then 3 is the evil. 2 was the shared Doppelganger. And then they alternated with 6 and 4 being the villagers. So you're also accurate, which means we don't have a Drunk. For reference, Doppelganger can only disguise as a good villager currently in play, which is why if this was good, then they were both good. You were a dreamer, right? Yeah. Which means you're telling the truth. They were both dreamers. Very weird how that happens. Puka, one of the harder demons to work with. Puka and Witch. Corruption right now is the hardest thing to deal with. Especially when you get a village full of passive or like just kind of useless villagers. You just don't have any way of finding information out. Alright. Alright, we have Witch. Okay, so you're good. Again, can't lie. You can't be Puka because you would be corrupted. You're telling the truth. Which means you're also not corrupted, which means you're not Puka. Since you can't be Puka, you could be corrupted. Or sorry, you could be... You can't be Puka, but you could be corrupted, which means you could be... Puka, closest evil is equidistant. Questionable choice. Yeah, that kind of seals it for me. Which means, I guess you did corrupt Doppelganger. And yeah, you were corrupted, Puka, 3 away. Fair enough. Puka again, and Poisoner. Confessor's back. I love Confessor. Baker's also incredible for finding information out. Doppel and Plague is okay. I much prefer Doppel over Drunk. Lies are just harder to work with. You're telling the truth. The first Baker is always the original Baker. Unless they're telling otherwise, which means they're lying, so that means that they're telling the truth. You're the other baker that was just created, so you're telling the truth. Oh, interesting. Oh, it's a baker. Oh, Jesus. That's the first time I've had that happen. So normally the first baker always says that they're the original, but I guess if you get a doppelganger for the baker, they both say that. Which is really funny. And you cured a corruption. How does that even work? Let me just check this. If you're evil, then this should say true. If you're telling the truth, then that means... What does that mean? This is throwing my brain for a loop. Yeah, you were poisoner. I think that puts... Yeah, you as Puka. So yeah, that is what happened. Doppelganger copied Baker, which is why they both said that. That's very cool. It's a very cool interaction. That'd be a nightmare though if it were drunk and it lied. That'd be a disaster. That shouldn't be able to. That shouldn't be possible because drunk would choose a not in play character. Puka again. I'm tired of seeing your face. Puka and Counselor. We have a bunch of garbage. I don't know why it says that there's 2 Plague Doctors in here. Probably just some oversight from the change. Oops. Okay, let's see. This is... it's statistically very unlikely. In fact, it's like almost impossible. Yeah, this is just a lie. That has to be a lie. Good. Good. So you're corrupted, you're corrupted. If you lie, they're all villagers. So 1, 5, and 7 are all villagers. That checks out because you were telling the truth. You're also quite nice. You should say... You're lying. If this is a demon, then you should say true. No. Wait a second. Did I reason that out right? Hold on a second. Because you're corrupted guaranteed, you have to be. Because Puka corrupts. Aw? Wait, what? 6, 7, and 8. How are you corrupted? You both told the truth. You lied. Oh, one of you is not corrupted. One of you is the evil. Okay, so that should be the judge. No, not necessarily. Wait. Yes. Should be the judge. Yeah. Because Counselor sits next to the Doppelganger, which was a copy of the Dreamer, because, again, Doppelganger chooses a copy of a good villager already in play. That was mind-bending. I always forget that you can have an evil sit adjacent to Puka, which throws everything off in the calculations. You're good. I love that for you. You're bad. Evils are not adjacent to each other. You're both corroborating the story. I got bad news for you. Very bad news. I'm too tired to be doing this. I have work in like 6 hours. It's almost 1 AM. However far I go is what I'll upload. This could be a bad run, like 1,000 points or less, but if I can get like 1,200, I'll be pretty happy for this run. As my brain melts into a puddle. 4 cards from the closest evil. This is like actually just not possible. Because not only is that not an evil, but 4 cards is the furthest it could be. And that's stupid. So you're a liar. Do we still have Puka? We do. I hate this. I'm gonna lose my mind. We have Puppet, so this can't be the truth. 1, 2, and 5, there is Outcast, Villager, and Minion. That's true. Outcast, Villager, and Minion. I think that's a lie. I want to say it's a lie. 2 or 6 is a puppet. I think you're exposing yourself, I ain't gonna lie. Yep. That happens more often than you would expect, where Oracle will expose itself as the puppet. Which means I don't know if you're drunk or not. One of you has to be Puppeteer. You're the drunk because you're a unique villager not in play. Oh, you were the drunk. Whatever. I had the life to spare, so I could do it. That was tough. This couldn't be Puka because, oh, actually, if I had thought about that, I would have known not to attack. This couldn't be Puka because it would have corrupted the Confessor, and the Confessor was good. I got tunnel vision, that's my bad. I would have realized that sooner. Maybe one day I'll do a no mistake. Oh, Baker spotted. Baker's the best. Maybe one day I'll do like a no mistake run where I can't lose any life, or not lose life, but like I can't kill any villagers by accident. Anyways, Puka again. I'm tired of this man. Shaman, which means a mess. Plague Doctor, bomb. Thankfully, no drunk or. Aw, man. Fine. That's a mess. To emphasize, Shaman only does 2 same villager roles, not 2 same outcast roles. So one of these is evil. My brain is not going to function today, is it? Oh. Think it through. Think it through. 2 same villager roles. This could be a rare instance where we have 2 same slayers. Because we don't have much else to go off of. We check, if we do a double check on a plague doctor, and these 2 are both good like we expect, then we'll find out which one of these is evil. I think it's worth checking. Alright, we were immediately vindicated in our decision making. You're full of it. I almost want to say that you're the corrupted. Well, this change sucks. I don't know if it's intended or just an oversight, but the plague doctor telling you one that you already killed is so worthless. He is a good one though. He did tell the truth. Oh, okay, that's fine. Oh, I guess he was corrupted, actually. Maybe that made a difference. I don't think it did. Number 4 was good, so Puka had to be here. He couldn't be here, or over. This was a lie, though. This was the corruption from Plague Doctor. Oh, why can't I get away from this man? We're going max, almost max corruption. Puka, Poisoner, Doppel, Wretch, Bomb. Number 2 is good. Oh, really? Oh, really? 8 or 7 is Poisoner. 9 or 1 is Poisoner. Fun facts. These both can't be true, but they can both be false. Call that an inconsistency. Okay. Put my brain back into my head for the next 45 seconds. It's gonna take forever. Counterclockwise. So, just to give you a frame of reference, we do have Doppel in effect. We can see Bomb here, and we have 1 more in play. So we know we have 2. Puka plus Poisoner is 2 lies, 2 lying targets, and then up to 3 more are also lying. If Puka has corrupted 2 adjacent, and Poisoner has also corrupted, that would be up to 5 lying characters out of 9, which is a lot to work with when you don't really have any active cards. Doppel has to copy a good villager in play. You both can't be telling the truth which means either you two are accurate, and I don't have a good feeling about that. Because the odds that you would choose number 2 both is very low when you have so many targets on board. You did. That's wild. That just blows my mind that happened to be the case. You're telling the truth. You're not. You're just good. You might be telling the truth. But you can't be Puka or Poisoner. Or you would have corrupted. You would have corrupted one or both of them. So Poisoner is next to Puka, which means that there's only 2 corrupted and 2 liars, or 2 corrupted and 2 evil. Somewhere along here. You pretty much have to be a liar. Nine or 1. 8 or 7. I believe that you're both liars. You're both good. I know that's a lie. I think you're both good as well. Which means you're Puka. And I think you are Poisoner. Okay, I don't know if Poisoner and Puka can corrupt the same adjacent target. So, like, if it goes Puka, Villager, Poisoner, can they, like, join together in the center? I don't know if that's possible. Or if it's just bugged right now and possible. Okay, it was right. It worked out, thankfully. I was asking that because if it is possible for them to share a corrupting in the center, then this could have been the corrupted, this could have been Poisoner, and they could have both corrupted the center target. Since we knew that this was true and also good. That was a rough one. These are taking so long. Why are you still in the deck? Please get out of my deck. I don't want to deal with you anymore. I'm so tired of you. Drunk and Wretch. Puppeteer, Minion, Puka. So we have 4. So the original baker should say that they were the original baker. I think they can randomize into saying that they were a baker. So you should still just be lying. This should still be a lie. Especially since you are lying. Oh, my head. You could be telling the truth. I have a drunk, right? I do have a drunk. That's tough. Honestly, I feel like I just start slicing some bakers because that's usually a safe bet. They're either a drunk Not necessarily, actually, because we have a lot of corruption. We have Puka. That blows. 479... 894. Both of these have avoided 5 and 2, which is impressive and also very suspicious. I think they're both lying. Puppet. So you weren't lying, you were just evil. Which would mean that... What? I went around in a circle. So you can't be... They don't lie. Their ability should still work. Because they're not... Like, right? Their ability should still work. Because they don't lie. So I think you're also evil then by nature because you didn't get turned into a baker. I've never been in a situation where I had a puppet as a baker. It's the problem, so I don't know if that's how that works. Let me double check. Corruption. Corrupted characters lie and their ability doesn't work. So you're not corrupted, so you don't... Okay, yeah, I was right. Okay, we're good. So your ability should have gone off. 479. So all three of you are villagers. Because the bishop was lying. We still have Puka at large. That dastardly fellow. Oh, this hurts my brain. 2 cards away from evil that might check out. I'm inclined to say that you're bad. Actually, there's a lot of overlap. 7, 9, 8. So you're also lying. 789 and 479. They share 7 and 9. And we know that 7 and 9 have to be villagers, which means that there can't be a villager, an outcast, and a minion with just the one number left. You are, though, I think, telling the truth. So you're either... What is the other demon? You're either a minion or you're corrupted, and this is Puka. One, two. Actually, it's tough. Hold on a second. You could be Puka. And you could be... No, you couldn't be corrupted. Excuse me. Ugh. Okay, you could be corrupted, but... Not corrupted, but you could be lying. Oh, this hurts my brain. Oh, we have 3 bishops. I didn't even think about that. Hold on a second. You said 4, 7, and 9. We have 4 and 9. We know that all 3 are villagers, so 9 and 4 are villagers. You have 9 and 4 as well, plus 8. So you're lying. Wait a second, we have drunk. Oh, that could be comp, actually. Hold on a second. But drunk is supposed to be... Drunk is supposed to be a villager not in play. So you're saying 8, 9, 4. You're saying 7, 8, 9. Eight, 9. 8, 9. If 7 and 9 have to be villagers. Okay, just walk back through. I'm probably overcomplicating this. All are villagers. You're lying. So 4, 7, 9 are all villagers. I'll just put them in green for now to make it simpler. 4, 7, 9 are all villagers. 8, 9, 4, it's not possible, so you're lying. Because it's not possible for there to be an evil. These have to be villagers. So this is not possible. So then 8 is also a villager. Which would mean that 7, 8, 9... Ah! Okay. That blows. We still kill you, though. You're Minion. You were the drunk. What a cruel fate that we have a drunk and 2 other bishops. What a cruel fate. So you were lying. So 7, 8, 9 are also... Yeah, so that checks out. How is there 8, 9, 4? 7, 8, 9. Where is Puka? I feel like I'm being lied to here in a way that I shouldn't be. All characters in my info are villagers if I'm lying. Seven, 8, 9, you all have to be villagers. Oh, it's you. Oh, thank you, Lord. Please get out of my deck, Puka. I don't want to see you again. Oh, thank you, Lord. Drunk, Plague, and Wretch. One of you is not real. Oops. That was awkward. You were a baker. So does that just mean that you're a puppet? Or is that crazy? Because you're not saying that you're an original baker. Number 1 or number 4 is Puppeteer. Number 2 or number 8? You should be saying that you're the original baker, not just a baker. I can buy this because Puppeteer and Puppet are a pair. I buy that for sure. I want to ice you so badly. But you might be drunk. You were Puppet. So maybe Puppet just always says that they're Baker if they end up as Baker. Because it's... maybe that's not right, actually. I don't know, it's weird. So you have to be lying then, because you're telling the truth. Number 1 or number 4 are both good. You're lying, so I think you're the drunk. Which means 2 and 8 are good. Yeah, sorry, Ball. You were not fated to win that one. Ba, Poisoner, and Counselor. Empress is back on the menu. Glad to see it. Let's see. A lot of Alchemist going on. A lot of Suspicious Alchemist going on. Oh my gosh, it's 1:30 in the morning. I'm such an idiot. I will regret this. If I can get to 1500, I'll probably leave this for another video. Just go to bed then. Poisoner, Ba, Counselor. We have one source of... We only have one source of corruption. Which means you are lying. I can believe this. One evil adjacent to me. That's very funny. You were Poisoner, which I think means that you're the corrupted. Because you should be telling the truth. There can't be corruption to cure. Other than just one. But that would mean you didn't cure it. Huh? No, that can't be it. I'm trying to think. See, it's weird when they lie about curing 0. It's like it doesn't fit in my head. If you're the corrupted... See, that doesn't work though, because... It would be true that you cured 0, which means you wouldn't be lying. But if you're real, then you would have cured Knitter of corruption. And that wouldn't make sense because there's bad people down here. And you're also talking about, okay, this is jank. Oh, there is Counselor. Keep that in mind, Counselor. Counselor and Poisoner. Or Counselor and Ba. I have 2 more demons. I need to keep that in mind. I don't have just 1 more. I'm getting tunnel vision. I think you are bad. I think you are corrupted. That means you're evil because you were telling the truth and you didn't get cured, which means you couldn't have gotten corrupted. That's so troll. That is so troll. So you're telling the truth. That's good though. And Doppelganger has to copy good characters in play, which means you're also good. You're telling the truth. You're telling the truth. You're lying. Ugh. My soul, man, is melting. Lilith, I haven't seen you I think I haven't seen you at all this game. That's wild. Welcome back. Glad to have you. Witch, also haven't seen you in a long time. And Twin Minion. We have Plague and Doppel. 4, 2, and 9. We either try to expose them to get information about them, or we try and let Lilith kill one of them. I think I'd rather expose them. Nah, I usually... We'll see. I think it's best to flip them because, statistically, at worst, only 2 of them are real, and at best, all 3 of them are real. So we should try and open them up. It increases our chances that... Questionable, questionable. You were telling the truth, which means you were real, and you were a judge. You were real. This is probably true. Because it'd be at least 3 for this to be clockwise. It could be equidistant. We'll check on that. Anyways, this is probably a lie. There could be a plague doctor in here. That's kind of tough. Let's see though. Okay, it is no longer within reason that these are true. I think the druid might be fake. Or there's a corruption going on. The problem is that they're both saying that counterclockwise is the closest evil, but this far over, it'd be pretty much the same distance as going like the other way for this one. So if this one were saying that it's like, I don't know, it's very jank. At best, the furthest evil would be Knitter across the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Evil on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. At best, 3. This is a tough one. 4, 2, 9. I know 2 is telling the truth. Doppel has to take a copy of a good character in play, but because we have 2 good dead, I don't think I can see what Doppel chose. Alternatively, we don't have a Doppel and we only have Plague, who died. We only have 1 source of corruption. It shouldn't be that bad. Killing Empress gives us a lot of information, but I don't really like that idea. Might be our best choice, though. Oh, that's stressful. You almost have to be telling a lie. Yeah, I think we kill Empress for information. You were witch. Which means 4 is a villager. 2 is... oh. Yeah, no. 4, 2, and 9. So you're also a villager. 4, 2, 9. You're telling the truth. Good, good, good. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's entirely unlikely. 2 pairs of evil. That would only be true. That cannot be true, because it would have to be these 3, and that's a good person. So you're also lying. Okay. If there's only 1 pair of evil, then it's neither of you. Oh, thank you, Lord. Enlightened. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that does check out. Okay. Well done, game. Thank you for not screwing me. Puppeteer, Wretch, Trunk. Oh, what is this, man? Clockwise. Okay. Checks out. Thank you, Lord. You were the drunk. You were a villager not in play, and you all copied. Okay, 1570. I need to go to bed. Genuinely. How long did it take me to get this far? Almost 50 minutes to get, like, 10 or 15 villages? That's disgusting. I can't believe it took me that long. That's awful. Sorry about that. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you want to see more, let me know. Or if you would rather see some more in-depth videos on the logic of the choices I make, I could do a slower, much more in-depth video like that. Either way, I've been Shoot, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.